Greetings, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to this latest edition of Tales from Outer Space. Hope you enjoy. Story number 1. Where Am I? Written by its director. Where am I? My head feels as if I put it into a wood chipper. My sinuses are dry, and my mouth tastes indescribably disgusting. I get the distinct feeling that if I open my eyes, it's going to hurt. So I keep them closed to try and get my bearings a bit. What is going on? Did I drink last night? No, I don't remember. Wait, where am I? Why does the bed feel like a floor? I open my eyes, but it's dark. Thankfully, I involuntarily shiver, and pain racks through my entire body. It's cold, too cold. My bones hurt. I have to get up. I stand and hug myself, trying desperately to be rid of the chill that has seeped into my core. I was on the floor, and it's wet. Why didn't I notice that it was wet? Did it just get wet? Where am I? I try to keep my teeth from chattering and my body from shivering as I look around. It's my room. No, it's not. Where's my bed and floor? My stuff. Warmth. A gust of warm wind blows from somewhere. Oh, sweet relief. No, not enough relief. I look around for the source of the warmth. A door. When did that get there? Nothing ventured, nothing gained, my grandma says. No, she's not here. I don't understand. Warmth. Need warmth. Go to the warmth. I take a step forward, ignoring the stabbing pain in my feet. I've felt it before, standing on the frozen sands of a desert in January at night. The cold stabs through the thickest boots and socks. I look at my boots. I can't see them. It's too dark. Another step, another shiver, one more, and another. Warmer now. Have to keep going. A crunch, like the ice, when I was a kid. I used to giggle as I'd step in the frozen puddles, and imagine that they were bones of my enemies. Not any enemy in particular, though. Just a conceptual enjoyment. After all, my enemy doesn't have bones. Another step, another crunch. Heavier. Can't see the floor. Doesn't matter. Need the heat. Going to die if I don't keep going. Another step. Another crunch. 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 Is that light? I made it through a door into warmth. It's bright. Too bright to see. I shut my eyes and lower my head. What do? The warmth feels good in my muscles. No. My skin. I'm wearing skin. No. I'm wearing my uniform. I open my eyes to check and see my uniform and boots covered in blood. My blood! Well, if it wasn't before, it is now, right? Oh, the crunch! Leaves! I lift my foot and some of the leaves move. The leaves are in a thin layer and they're covering... Oh. The bones of my enemies. Of course, why wouldn't they be? No. No! This isn't right. This isn't real. They don't have bones. Why am I in my uniform? I retired and don't wear a uniform anymore. I write stories for people. They laugh, they cry, they feel, and they like it. They like me. Well, not all of them. You can't please all of the people, all of the time, boy, my grandpa says. Except, he's died a month before my son was born, never to get to meet his great-grandson. I didn't cry, though. Needed to be strong for those around me. My pregnant wife, my grandma, my dad, my brother, my sister. They cry, but I don't. I'm too weak to cry. My mother made sure of that. If your mother was so abusive, why do you still help her? Grandpa asks. I look up. It's his funeral. He's in a casket, so thin and pale, like the bones of my enemies. They have no bones, but my grandpa's eyes are closed, his face still. I blink, and it goes dark again. The cold is back. Where's the light? Where's the warmth? Where am I? What do I do? My t-shirt and shorts feel wet. My shoes stick to the floor as I take another step forward. A soft, shuffling noise this time, like a carpet with a soda stain. Wasn't I just... The floor disappears from underneath me, and I begin to fall. I scream and scream. My throat hurts from the screaming, like there's something stuck in it. I cough. Still there. I cough again and again. I cough so hard that I fall to my knees and water shoots out my mouth. No, it's not water. It's blood. But it tastes weird. I know it's blood, but it doesn't taste like blood. It's supposed to taste. It's cold, so cold. I don't understand. What is happening to me? Where am I? What am I? Music begins to play. Comforting. No, it's not music. It's movement. Slithering. Sneaky. Encircling me. I take a step back. Is something the matter? They asks. Who are you? I ask. Is that my voice? It sounds like my voice. I am they. You know that already. Yeah, I know they. They doesn't have bones. They is my enemy. I am not your enemy. I'm your plaything. What? You made me. Even now you're deciding what I say and what I do. I don't have bones because you don't want me to have bones. No. This isn't right. They is supposed to be my enemy. I'm supposed to fight them and beat them. That's what I wrote. A fecking pun. A play on grammar. No. Wait. Not me. The hero. Avignon. Urith. Isomir. Something like that. A human overcoming an epitome of horror. A being without bones. Who can't be hurt and who can be seen in space between spaces. I look at it. They were exactly as I had described. 30 feet tall snakes and tentacles and whiskers slithering along many corpses, pulsating, quivering in anticipation. They smiled at me. Don't forget the teeth. The teeth hurt, you know. Everything hurts. Shark's teeth, arranged in a circular row many times over. I'd always wondered how something could possibly eat with a mouth made entirely of teeth. You're supposed to be thinking of a way to beat me. Except they can't be hurt. They can't be beaten. I tried, but none of the endings made any sense. I didn't want to use a deus ex machina. Ego. I feel it's beneath me as a writer. They moved closer. I backed away. They moved closer. I moved away. They moved closer. I felt the corner as I tried to move away again. Trapped. Well, let's try again, shall we? They asks. They has a circular mouth, the exact size of my head. It opens and begins to move towards me. The teeth begin to move in circles. Are these teeth bones? I scream as my mouth closes around my head. Where am I? End of story. Story number 2. Maintenance, Improvements, and Humans, written by Chain Blue. Captain Bob's face screwed up as gooey tears came to his eyes and rolled down his eye stalks as his taste buds lit up like he had eaten drive plasma. What in the 7 hells of Jerd is in this food? Bob demanded to his empty cabin. The empty cabin did not answer. Bob gulped down his tea, then a half-liter of water on top of that, before the fire in his mouth dulled to a mere annoyance. Computer, asked Bob, who's on kitchen duty this evening? The ship's computer intoned in its bland voice. Engineering and maintenance technician LeBlanc is on kitchen duty this rotation, Captain. The human? spat Bob. The human again? Captain Bob had taken the human aboard and into his small crew as a technician less than 6 weeks ago, and it had been a mixed and sometimes infuriating experience. Some of the stereotypes about species of mostly were proving to be true. They were always tinkering with things that didn't need to be tinkered with. This was supposed to be a boring, routine 2-month supply run, where his freighter would drop shipping pods into a parking orbit, pick up new pods, and spend 2 months cruising back home. This run was not boring nor uneventful, and Bob did not like it. Sol system supply runs will be a nice, safe way to ride out time until your retirement, Bob muttered in a mocking tone and reminded himself to curse the personnel resource advisor that sold him on his transfer from the survey fleet. No more dangerous FTL jumps into the unknown, she said. Just nice, quiet sublight cruising, she said. Captain Bob spoke to the computer again. Captain to LeBlanc. Technician Delphine LeBlanc responded cheerfully as her face popped onto the display. Hello, Captain. How are the red beans and rice? Technician LeBlanc. Are you trying to be funny? Growled the captain. No, sir, Captain. Is there a problem? asked LeBlanc. Your dish set my mouth on fire, unlike the first time you prepared it, stated Bob. LeBlanc's face paled for a moment and turned pink. Oh, Captain, I had no idea that you would be so sensitive to spices, she explained. We didn't have much in the way of human spices when I first came on board, even though you had stocked some human food, she explained. So when we were in port at Phobos Station, I picked up some spices to kick things up a notch. Captain Bob closed the channel without replying, leaned back into his chair and sighed. In the past 3 weeks, Technician LeBlanc had gotten bored and tweaked the main reactor into such a precise intermix that the ship's computer shut it down, because the energy output exceeded 100% of rated output, and the safety systems thought the cascade failure was imminent. 3 days later, she was supposed to do a routine service on the primary navigation array. The next thing Bob knew, they were being run down and hailed by a system patrol frigate, demanding to know why his ship was spamming an active sensor pings on military-grade frequencies. Better resolution was her excuse. She had been ordered to make no changes to critical ship systems with direct approval from the captain. Then it got worse. She got bored. So then she needed something to do, and improved the water pressure and temperature of the personal grooming units to human standards, such that it blasted half the feathers off the Kenko helmsman. On his way to deal with the aftermath of that, his quartermaster nearly bowled him over in the passageway because someone had improved the crawler parts of the mobile saline tank that acted as his environmental suit, such that the damn thing moved so fast that he had not yet learned how to control it. That was the last Vral's beast that broke the ice. Blank was then ordered to make no changes to any ship systems without prior approval from the captain in writing, and put to kitchen and cleaning duties much more heavily into her assignment rotation. Surely she couldn't cause trouble just following recipes and assembling meals. The few remaining taste receptors in Bob's maw failed to agree with this earlier risk assessment. Captain Bob ambled to the office attached to his cabin. He prepared a new standing order that would be sent out to all 10 crew members. Humans are not allowed to tinker with, improve, or kick up the notch on any systems, foodstuffs, or personnel without explicit written permission from Captain. Humans, thought Bob, are dangerous because they are never content with leaving one another alone. Bob sighed again and hit the send, only to hear his announcement blast over the ship's speakers, accompanied what he later learned to be was a Zydeco. Technician LeBlanc to my office! End of story. I'd quickly like to thank the T5 channel members and patrons. Caspar Arnholtz, Cam Maxwell, Lord Azrakal, Dragzoon WRE, Holly Sister, Ambrose Cattell, and Quantum Wednesday. Thank you very much.